discussion is, okay? Okay, so what the class actually is about is business communication. I know many of us here are in business or are intending to be in business. So if you have, that means that you should have a background information about what business is, and then the communication pattern that has to go with having a proper business. Am I right? So against that backdrop, what do you think business communication is all about? Let's try and make this as interactive as possible so we get to discuss it. What do you think business communication is really about? Okay, you're asking the question, Mr. Janfaru. Okay, the recorded class is already on YouTube and in all other of IIPM international social media platforms. Okay, so we're not going to play it all over again because that would be wasting, to not be a proper use of the less than 30 minutes I have. It's a 1 hour discussion, so it's best you get to see it at your time if you haven't done so. So this class is more like to summarize what has been said earlier. Do you understand now, please? Thank you. Okay, so we have a response here from Ogogo. Okay, you said communication is the giving and receiving of information. Yes, that is absolutely correct. You're right. Okay, Mr. Eric, a clear articulation of the product and its value to the users or customer, pointing the benefits to them. Okay, yes. All right, so you have an idea of what business communication is, because as a matter of fact, you cannot operate a business without communication. No. So for you to have proper communication in your business, you have to ensure that you do the right thing. You have to ensure that you are talking to the right people and you're doing it the right way. It's not just a function of talking. In business communication, the way you talk or the way you pass your information is different from the way you have your regular, normal conversation with other people, because you have a goal, you have a mission, you have a purpose, you have a reason for communicating. So if you're just talking and you're in business and you don't have a focus, you don't have a reason, you don't have a purpose for doing that, you will be wasting your time. And at the end of the day, you would not have any results, or the result you will get will not be the intended one. So business communication is very, very important to business if you want to have it grow. Okay, we're having more responses here. Mr. Herbert says sharing information between employees with employers. Yes. Okay, Mr. Janfaru, interacting with organization stakeholders. Okay, Mr. Franklin. Okay, the methods of transmitting and receiving the right messages for your business. Okay, yeah, that's absolutely correct. You're very correct. You see, communication, the goal of communication is to convey the meaning or idea to the person that you're talking to. So if you're talking and the person is not getting the idea you're trying to sell to him, then you're not doing a good job. Okay, and you know, no business venture would want to start up with the intention of failing, and that's why business communication, like we said earlier, is very important. But why? What are the benefits of having a proper communication in business? Why is it important? Why do you think it's important? I mean, if it's not important, we will not have it as one of the things we have to discuss today. We have looked at it, we've seen that having a business requires that you get to communicate, okay? But why really is communication important? I'd like to get your thoughts, please. Why is it important that we get to communicate in business? Whether you're talking to your employees, or you have to relate to your employer, or you need to talk to potential clients, or you need to, to talk to anyone as far as the business is concerned. Why is it important you do that? Are we still together, please? All right, thank you. Mr. Oche Patrick says, business communication simply means what to say, where to say it, and to whom the message is targeted. Yeah, that's absolutely true. It's true. If you're talking and then you don't have an audience, or you don't have anybody responding to your message, then it is not communication. You're not communicating. It has to be someone transmitting a message to another. Okay. Yeah. So why it's important to have communication in business. Someone says creation of ideas, Mr. Emmanuel, thank you. Gifts to avoid wrong actions that can lead to failures. Thank you very much. That is absolutely true. Mr. Michael, it will determine the success or failure of the business. Very true. Okay, and again, it's the gift to enable correct actions to deliver the expected results. You are once again correct. You see, the reason why this is important cannot be overly emphasized, because it's something that is very practical. It's very practical. It's something that we have to take to mind, especially when you know that you want to, you have a focus. You want to get results. So it is important, because how communication is sent and received within firms can either make or break the organization. It is crucial for making for working successfully with others. If you're working in an organization and you don't get to communicate your ideas, your thoughts, you don't get to give reports, you don't get to talk in any manner, then nothing will be done. Imagine if an employer wants to give directives to the employees, and then he doesn't get to communicate his thoughts or his directive properly. What do you think would happen? Disaster, right? Aha, because he's not saying the right things, or he's saying his thoughts, but he's not doing it the right way. So at the end of the day, you see that what he wants to be done will not be properly done, because he's not saying it correctly. And then it enables a proper relationship in the workplace. It helps people know what to do and when to do it. It helps to overcome obstacles, and it creates comfort, trust, gives a very pleasant atmosphere, and then it helps people know what to do. So communication in business is very important. If the communication is not within, oh yeah, there are other responses here. Thank you so much. Now I feel I'm not talking to myself. Okay, so Comfort says to achieve your business goals. Yes, that is true. Juliana says to be able to generate sales leads, retain clients, and keep your team motivated and productive. I agree. To influence behavior, Janfaru, thank you so much. I agree. Mr. Ocha Patrick, business communication is important for the following reasons: brand alignment, customer alignment, and budget alignment. Is to manage collaboration among within the organization. Trustling, thank you so much. Effective business communication leads to community, that is to understanding, intimacy, and mutual valuing. Thank you. You see, why this is important is because it helps to drive your business. It helps to redefine the concept of where you want your business to go. Because from time to time, you have to communicate with people, and so you have to learn how to do it the right way. Okay, so that's it about business communication. There are other components about business communication, and there's one that really strikes my interest, and that is the AIDA model. if you listen to the recorded version of this class, you would see how passionate I was when I was talking about the AIDA model of communication. Has anyone ever heard about it? AIDA? It's an acronym for attention, interest, desire, action. AIDA. Have you ever heard about it? Have you ever heard about the acronym AIDA? Action, interest, desire, attention, interest, desire, and action. Okay, so what really is this AIDA and why is it important in your business communication? What is AIDA? Why is it important? AIDA is a strategy that a lot of people have employed because they know that using the attention, interest, desire, action strategy, you can never go wrong. There are a lot of positive things you get from it. And so a lot of people who now understand the concept are picking on it and they're using it to their advantage. They're getting results and it's almost like magic. Okay, so AIDA is a model that is widely used in marketing and advertising to describe the steps or stages that occur from the very first moment a customer is aware of a product or a brand to the actual moment the purchase is made. As a matter of fact, many consumers become more aware of brands through advertising or marketing communication. I gave an example in that recorded class. I said that personally, I became the first time I ever heard about Jumia was on an advert on TV. Jumia, okay, and what caught my interest was when they were saying that you could be in your house at the comfort of your home and shop globally. I love to shop, and hearing that I could actually sit just where I am right now and then press a few buttons and then I'm shopping. And if you want, it could be delivered to you. It really caught my interest and I was wowed. Okay. So a lot of people heard about certain products or services for the first time through adverts. I don't know if you've experienced that before. Like you see something maybe on the cover of a magazine advertising a particular product or service, or you saw it on TV. Maybe you're watching TV, your favorite program. Of course, a lot of good programs on TVs these days come with commercials. You know, all those commercial breaks avenues where people get to advertise because they know that once you're sitting down watching TV and it's this program, a lot of people have get to key in to watch it. That means that they will definitely get to see that advert. So the advert placement is put strategically in between, in some spaces in the movie or in the sitcom, the program you're watching, so you get to see it. And when that comes, it just sparks interest. You've seen that a couple of times, haven't you? Okay, so when that happens, it captivates your interest. It doesn't have to be a lot of, it doesn't have to be a long story advertisement. No, it might just be a short advert of say 20, 30 seconds that mentions key phrases, keywords, catchy slangs, brilliant pictures, and sometimes they make it so colorful that you would want it right now. Have you seen the advertisement for Harpic, Harpic toilet cleaner? Okay, they give you this very wonderful uh, short video clip of someone using it to wash the toilet, maybe a very dirty toilet, and then in few seconds it becomes so sparkling clean. And then your mind goes to your own toilet and you're like, I think I should need one. I should need one, you know, like that. And sometimes when they do things like that, you probably didn't have that product in mind prior to seeing it on TV. But because of the colorful way they present it, and then they say those wonderful things about the product, it immediately appeals to your desire. it immediately appeals to your wants, your needs. You start thinking of where to put that into maybe what you already have or what you don't have but need, to just make it that catchy. Okay, what about an advert for, say, Cold Stone? People who love sweet things, who are sweet tooth, they just show you this beautiful glossy picture of ice cream and some other food like that, and then they say something really nice to get your interest, and you're like, okay, I think I'll take the kids out, and then I'll get them some ice cream, and it has to be Cold Stone, like that. So these people are aware of what advertisement does. It catches your attention. Now, in order to sustain that attention, they get to say things that will make you want to take action. So, in business communication, you really need to know how to use the AIDA approach when you write a piece of text that has the ultimate objective of getting others to take action. Okay? And then every kind of writing is written with one purpose in mind of the writer, and that is to capture the reader's attention. That is, if you're sending an email, and maybe you're doing a newsletter, and you're advertising a product or something you do. A lot of newsletters come in these days. Say, for example, you want your kids to learn something different. No, not you. Like, if the person who is advertising his service, for example, wants you to get your kids to use a service, and probably his service is for your kids to learn a skill online. You see that they use catchy phrase on, that headline when you're sending an email. Okay, that space that is used, that is a subject, right? So something would come up there, you see it, and then it catches your interest because of the catchy phrase that they will use. It might be help your kids get better education now. Okay, or if it's for someone who is interested in beauty, you might just get a catchy phrase or catching sentence like learn how to stay young and beautiful, or age gracefully, something like that. And then you look at it and you're like, oh, okay. And then you open the email, you see pictures of someone that looks 25, and they tell you the person is 60, and they tell you, you can actually look this beautiful if you use this product, and then they attach a link where you get to click, and then all those things are not just there. They are there for a reason, they're there for a purpose. And so these people have mastered how to do these things in such a way that they get your interest. And then next thing, they put that column where they want you to take action. So that call to action section makes you want to do something about what you have seen. Okay, so as a business owner, it's very important that you get to work in line with this ADAP model of communication, because like I said earlier, it has worked so many times and it will keep working, and people who have used it have recorded massive success because it's something that would definitely get intended results. All you just have to do is do it the right way. So whatever you are doing, whether you're writing a report or presentation, an advertisement, an email, or any form of writing or advert placement you're doing, make sure that you do it in an effective way so that at the end of the day, you will get results. It will not be good if you have brilliant ideas and then you're unable to communicate it effectively, and you're not able to get results. The AIDA model is designed in such a way that if you are able to master it, if you're able to do it the right way, you will get results. So if you have a business that you would like to advertise or promote, we encourage you to use the AIDA model of communication to attract people's attention. And that means that you have to make sure that you use powerful catchy words. You captivate the interest of the people, appeal to their personal needs, their wants and desire, and then inspire them to take action. And in business, it could be the at the end of the day, you want them to patronize your product or service. Of course, that is supposed to be the ultimate goal, the ultimate need, the ultimate reason for you to want to use the AIDA model of communication. You want people to patronize you. Okay, so that tells you that words are very powerful. You could use it to get whatever you want if you know how to use it the right way. So if you're skillful, we assure you that you're going to get results. And you'll be surprised that you feel that you have extra powers, like you have some sort of supernatural powers where you get to control people's reactions and actions, people's emotions. It is not superpower. It's being skillful with the use of words. Okay, have you ever heard someone who just says something to you, and then the person appeals to your emotion, and then you start to cry? Not really like cry, but you just see tears coming out from your eyes. Has that happened to you before? Okay, or maybe you're watching a movie, and then next thing you see tears all over. Has that happened to you before? Okay, well, it happens to me. And that is because they have been able to create a scenario. They've been able to create that emotional level that would get you trapped, and you feel like you're in there, and they connect to those hormones that will make you respond in a certain kind of way that they want you to feel, and that's why it is there. And the moment that happens, they got you. So if you can translate that into advertising your products, your services, you definitely will get results. Even if it's akara you're selling, and then you have a very beautiful picture of the akara, and then you talk about the nutritional benefits of eating akara, and then you show this handsome looking, healthy, chubby boy eating akara and looking like he's eating um something super delicious, and all of that. You see some people that start to salivate. They want it. They're like, wow, this akara looks good. I think I should have some. Where is this sold? Where is that location? Where? How much is it? So no matter how small your business is, if you have made the decision to advertise, please do it the right way so you can get the result, the intended result. Use keywords, catchy phrases, lovely pictures, and boom, you get your results. So as a business owner here in this class, I would like you to share with us what kind of catchy phrase or keywords you would like to use in your business, or you're already using in your business, and how far has it gone for you? Would you like to share your experience, or just tell us something? If you're a business owner, or you intend to run a business and you intend to use advert placements, whether billboard, newspaper, radio, TV, how do you intend to, what kind of catchy phrases do you think would work for your kind of business? Please share with us. Are we still together, please? Hello, anybody home? Okay, Mr. Eric wants to say something. Your hand is up. Please, could you unmute Mr. Eric? He wants to say something.
Mr. Eric, just go ahead. You are muted. Go ahead. Unmute your mic and ask your question. Hello, Mr. Eric. Please unmute your mic and go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. So, quick one. I operate a fintech company. We are into blockchain. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Am I being heard?
Yes, you're being heard, Mr. Eric. Go ahead, please.
Okay, so our value proposition. So our catchy word is, our catchy word in our business is live without borders. So borders within Africa. So live without borders. That's our major catchy word. And it's really catching, going far.
Oh, that's awesome. What business is that really? Mr. Eric, are you still there? Hello? Okay, I think we've lost Mr. Eric. There's another hand up. Dr. Abraham, please, there's another hand up. Could you ask the person to unmute, please?
All right. Gift, please unmute your mic. You can go ahead and ask a question. Gift.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning.
I have some healers, these Toyota healers that are hired to clients or the users, and it came to a point where when some of mine are being engaged and others keep asking. So I came with a handbill. I came up with a handbill because I noticed that there are some persons that have these Hilos or Prado Jeep and Toyota bus, which is what I hire, and they may have it and not using it. They may have other cars, but the cars are just there, so without being used. So I came up with a handbill, which I captured adding financial income value to owners of Toyota Hilux, bus, Prado, Jeep, and Jeep vehicles, adding financial income value to that your vehicle. So, and it was really catchy to some persons. Say, I can add financial income value. How? And so in the detail of it, I say, are you a Toyota Hilux or bus owner? Do you know anyone having a Toyota Hilux bus or Prado Jeep that you can be a facilitator? So that in that process of being a facilitator, connecting me to the owner, you can also have financial income value to yourself. So it's a kind of capture that I used, which at the end, I was able to get a new vehicle bought by an owner, which is not into my line of business, and give me to manage, and it's working somewhere. So adding financial income value to what you have that is a liability.
Thank you so much. And it's working for you, right?
Yes, it's working.
That little idea. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much. And Mr. Eric, thank you very much for sharing. We really appreciate your feedback. We have a lot of feedbacks here. Someone says, let me see. Okay, Mr. Goke says optimum value for your costs. Okay, that's a catchy phrase. Mr. Michael Okeke says make more money from the comfort of your home. Wow. You know, a lot of people, when they hear more money, it's something that catches them. They want to know how. You know, how exactly are we supposed to make more money? And I mean, we're going to sit in our homes and then make more money. How exactly is that done? So that really is a catchy phrase. Thank you very much for sharing. Okay, and yeah, Mr. Franklin Osai says use words like discounts, buy one, get one free, get a free gift pack, etc. Yes, that works a lot. People like freebies. They like things when they get to get something for free. So the moment you say it's free, people get interested. Really, like I can get one, I can buy one and then get another one free. You know, they just want it. It's really catchy and it works so many times. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, Mr. Eric, yes, Live Without Border for our cross-border value transfer app. Oh, it is an app. I see. Okay. Well, that works a lot for people who have need to transfer money from one place to the other and they don't need to go to the bank to do that. So when you say this, it will catch their interest and they want to take action. Okay. Remember that when you use catchy words, if you want it to really be effective, make sure that the information you're disseminating to your potential clients are true. Don't tell them things that you cannot do. Don't give them the impression that your organization is capable of delivering a service that it cannot deliver. It is bad for business communication. Proper business communication requires transparency, requires that you be able to tell that you can do what you know you can do. And then you get to even improve on it and even beat their expectations so that next time you get referrals, a lot of people will want to patronize you because they know the last time they used your service or they bought your product, it was exactly what you said it was going to do. Okay, so that's it for using the good type of words, the right kind of words, and skillful kind of words. Okay. Yeah. Trustling says it's an educational product for kids. Okay. Another one is price is what you pay, value is what you get. Absolutely correct. Okay, so we can go on and on and on and on with this, but then at the end of the day, you'll see that people who have mastered the art of the either model of communication are reaping and you will not regret it. So basically, that's what we have for business communication. There are a whole lot of other things that we would like you to consider that we didn't mention in this summary because we have all of them in the video on our social media handles. So please take some time out to go listen to the full class. And then if you have any questions, you could feel free to leave them at the comment section, or you could share if you like. Right now, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask because this is the end of the summary version of business communication. So please feel free to ask your questions if you have any.
All right, thank you very much, Princess. There's someone who has a question. I believe so, Mr. Eric. So, Mr. Eric, please unmute your mic and ask your question. Eric, please unmute.
I don't have a question. I was asked to give our taglines, which I did, so I don't have a question.
All right.
Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. We truly appreciate that. Thank you. Dr. Thompson, how many more minutes do I have?
You have actually exhausted your time.
I thought as much.
You are taking some of our time also. Anyway, it was good. We appreciate. Somebody has a question. Trustlin has a question here.
Please go ahead.
Trustlin, she said, please read the viewing and tell us what's wrong. I know that you believe that you understood what you think I said, but I am not sure you realize that what you heard is not what I meant. I don't know, do you understand what she said? She said,
Trustlin, could you please unmute yourself so you could get to explain this, because I don't understand this message, please.
Okay, Trustlin, where is she? Trustlin, please unmute your mic and explain better. Trustlin, please unmute your mic.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good
Hi.
Princess, you are talking about business communication.
Yes,
communication is the dissemination of information. So that's is a phrase from someone communicated something to somebody, and the person interpreted it somehow. So I wrote that phrase so that it would tell me what is wrong with that communication, or what is wrong in that sentence or in that communication.
Okay, so to understand this, you have to break it down.
Read it. Yes.
Yes, I'm saying that to understand this, you have to break it down into sections. Okay, because this seems like a response to a communication that has been given out to someone. So it's a response. It's not like this is a new sentence or a new thought or idea. It's a response. Okay, so the person is saying, I know that you believe that you understood what you think I said. Okay, so probably the person is saying that he has said something, and then he is saying that he knows that the recipient thinks that he understood the message that the encoder had encoded. Okay, and then he's saying, but I'm not sure you realize that what you heard is not what I meant. Okay, so that's the second part. So he's saying that what I said is actually not what I meant. And I hope you understand that. So that's basically what the person is saying. Have I answered your question, please? We don't have much time here, do we, Mr. Dr. Abraham Thompson? Do we?
We have another hand raised up here. Oche Patrick Oche, please unmute your mic and ask your question. Oche Patrick Oche.
Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. You're welcome. Go ahead, please.
Okay. I think this has to do with communication, the effectiveness of communications. Some of the things that make communication effective have been distorted, and so the sender is assuming that the encoder understood what he sent. So there are some things in communication that we need to take care of, so that this kind of misinformation will not arise from choosing a message, the medium, and then the type of encoder, the level of his or her understanding will help to eradicate this kind of distortion in communication. And so this is, I think, what Trusley is trying to understand from here is that this particular thing is that the encoder and the coder and the encoder, both of them, they are not at the same page with the information that have been passed. So to eradicate this, we need to choose our message carefully, choose our medium carefully, and in choosing our message and our medium, we need to bear in mind the encoder, the level of the encoder's understanding will help to eradicate things like this.
Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate that. You see, that was why that we should endeavor to listen to the entire class that is already pre-recorded, okay? And there we see that these parts of communication has already been taken care of under the subject, the 7 C's of communication that must be adhered to if you want to have effective communication. The 7 C's, it's all about clarity, completeness, conciseness, consideration, correctness, concreteness, and courtesy. So when you go through it, you'll see that there's just no way you would adhere to the 7 C's of communication, and then you have misunderstanding when you're communicating with someone. Because when you're communicating, you have to take into cognizance the person exactly you're talking to. You have to ensure that you have no barriers of any sort. Your perception, your content, your purpose, your channel, everything has to be top-notch so that the person who is receiving that information, that is the person who is going to decode the information, will be able to decode the exact thing that is being encoded. So the problem starts from the person who is sending the message in the first place. You don't deliberately send misinformation or distorted information to deliberately confuse the person you're talking to. So when that happens, you're not doing the right thing. You're not being considerate. You're not being considerate. So following the 7 C's will ensure that this never happens. So please try and finish with try and listen to the complete class so you can get more information on business communication.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Princess. Thank you very much for this lecture. And we appreciate everyone. We have spent so much time and we have even entered into the time of the next facilitator. But before then, we shall be taking one presentation for now. We shall be taking one presentation from one of the groups. And immediately after that, we move into the next class, which is business networking. So before then, please, I need a group member for the groups that have not yet presented. I just need one group to present right away. And immediately after that, we'll move to the next class. So please, the group secretary of the groups that want to present, please kindly raise up your hand. If you are ready to present, raise up your hand so that we take your presentation immediately so we can move to the next class. The groups that have not presented, please. If you have not presented, your group has not presented, please, the secretary, raise up your hand so that you can present. All right. All right, Mr. Eric Anand, what group are you representing, please?
Group 2, the secretary is not available, so yeah, the secretary is not available, so I'm trying to take it up. Yeah.
Okay, group 2. All right, so go ahead. Kindly share your screen so we can see your presentation, then you go ahead.
Let the other person stop sharing so I could share.
You have already been made a co-host right now, so you can share your screen.
Okay, there was a screen share, so okay, no problem.